Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sid. Again, I'm Dale Knowles. I'm the co-founder of the American Foundation. Together with Forrest, we've created a foundation packed with tools and resources to benefit every business market. Through our experience and knowledge, formed from decades of business leadership, we have developed a pathway of success that is easily adapted to virtually any business. Now we know all businesses are not cookie cutter. They come in different shapes, different sizes, and different forms. But what we have created, or the system that we've created, allows businesses to pretty much plug and play. Now please excuse me for the sports euphemism, the New England Patriots. Not my team, but they're very good.
My team.
I knew it was going to be somebody. But they're very good at putting players in the right places in order to succeed. And those are the same types of things that we offer to businesses. As you probably know from being in business, it's about coupling business savvy and drive that makes you successful. When I think about drive, I think, and many of you will probably feel the same way I do. I think back to my family. I think back to my grandmother, specifically, who was born in Cologne, Panama. Her family moved to Panama to help build a canal. And they eventually moved back here. They eventually moved to Barbados, which the majority of her family was from. And then they eventually moved to Trinidad, where I was born. But the point, I said all that to say that the amount of drive that it took, that many of us can identify with, that the people that came before us had an inherent drive to succeed and to create a better way of life, not only for themselves, and a better quality of life, not only for themselves, but for their families. At EMF, we can assist you in directing those attributes towards the goal of business success. I've spent most of my life in the pursuit of something, and I just couldn't put my finger on that something. I proudly served the United States Navy for 21 years. And I'm a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer. I enjoyed my time in the Navy, but after retirement, I still knew that there was something that I was still hungry for, and I just didn't know what it was. I couldn't put my finger on that very thing. Everything I did, seemed unfulfilling, unsatisfying, and it still left me thirsty. Business ownership was within me all along. It was just waiting to come out. I met a man who has been in business for nearly 4 decades and in many different market segments. Through his ideas and inspirations, I started my own business, Momentum Holdings, LLC. I found the true calling I had been searching for. I also found a lot of hard work that I thought would have been hard, but once I found out it was my passion, it didn't seem like work at all. And I wanted to be part of the unique fabric that is American business ownership. One day, Forrest and I were sitting back talking and taking stock of some of the things that we had accomplished, and then we came up with this idea. That idea was to assist others who wanted to live the American dream of business ownership. So we formed the Edward Merritt Foundation. Now, when we think of the word foundation, there's one thing that's common among all structures, whether it's a home or whether it's a magnificent building like this, they all start with a foundation. So we are a foundation that's dedicated to pointed business success. We focus our many tools and resources to the minority communities, first responders, military, both active, retired, and veterans, women, and other specific groups. We know that the drive within these groups runs high, and they are all willing to give 110% to whatever they set out to accomplish. Today I've asked the co-founder, FORREST, to come share with you some of the visions we have for your businesses. He is a man with a lot of drive and has been successful in starting his first business at the tender age of 19 years old. So please help me welcome FORREST.
Thank you, Dale. How's everyone today?
Great.
First of all, I'd like to start off by thanking the TPO and the First Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for allowing us to speak to your fine group today. I tend to, sometimes when I'm speaking, get drilled down in a lot of arduous details of business because that's the background I come from. I was the youngest Shell gas station owner in the country at 19 years old, and I didn't have any money to get into that Shell gas station. It was through God's grace and a good deal that I was able to do that. But some of the things that I've learned, I try to share with businesses, and that's really what Dale and I are about. We're trying to share the experiences that we've had. One of my biggest points that I like to make is about innovation, and I noticed it on your brochure today. It said partners in innovation. Today, I think that we're seeing an era in the innovation era versus the invention era. We come through in the 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s stuff, different things were being invented. Today, almost all the money that's made is made through innovation of things that are already there, building on existing platforms, which means it puts every business owner, it gives them a seat at the table. Whereas before, the inventors were the ones that made all the money. Nowadays, it's the innovators that make all the money. You can have a fantastic business idea, and if you don't bake in from the very beginning an innovation, your business is probably going to go under because your competition is going to bake in innovation into their business. That's just the way it is, especially with technology moving as fast as it does. Most of our innovation comes in technology. Now, what we do at EMF is we help your company develop a strategic plan of innovation. Now, the reason I say that, we're not just going to try and help you come up with some innovation that's going to launch your company into the next realm of making money. What we want to do is give you a strategic plan of innovation. Because if you roll everything out at one time, if you have this great thing and you roll it out at once, boom, then what? Then your competition sees that, they respond, they roll out an innovation. If they've got a strategic plan of innovation and you don't, then they roll out their next innovation that they had in their warehouse of innovations. So what we do is help your company develop a warehouse of innovation. We have lots of resources in our foundation, lots of people, a lot of think tank type people. And we come up with an idea that'll be a great innovation, and then another idea for great innovation, and another idea for great innovation. And before we roll out the first innovation, we've got 10 or 12 innovations behind that, sitting in what we like to call our storehouse of innovation. Then we schedule a release of the first innovation. What we do with your company then is we help your company move into getting ready for that. That's right. You can't just roll something out. You can't come up with the next iPhone and say, okay, there's the next iPhone. You have to roll it out. You have to prepare your company for that. And we have a lot of resources and tools to help you do that. We help you configure your employee needs, your skill set that your employees are going to need in order to handle this type of rollout. We help you figure out whether or not you need advertising to a specific consumer base. And every single business out there, has a consumer base. Whether it's a retail, like an iPod or something you're going to roll out like an iStore, but even construction companies, they have consumer bases. That construction company is the guy that's the developer, right? So they're wanting to develop things. So at EMF, we help you structure your employees. We help you, if you need training, we bring some people in. We connect you with people that know how to train your employees to get ready for that. If it's advertising you need, we help you connect with the particular advertising needs that we have. People help you build advertising programs that we have. Then, once we've got those, then the next step for us in that program is to get you ready for whatever the response is, right? So if your response is a huge response, then you have to be ready. If you're in retail, which, how many people are in here any kind of retail Anybody any kind of retail? So if you're in retail, you gotta make sure you have enough cash to make change in the cash register, right? You gotta make sure you have enough product on the shelf. Or anybody here construction? Do we have any construction? No? So whatever industry that you might be in, you have to prepare yourself for the customer response to that, and we're gonna help your company do that too at EMF. Now, another thing that helps you with having a structured, strategic plan of innovation is going to be for you to forget about what the other guys do. Wouldn't that be nice? If you forget about what your competitor's doing, just concentrate on whatever you're doing. If you've got a strategic plan of innovation, you can forget about the other guy. The other guy's been worried about you because he sees some innovation you've rolled out. He immediately goes to work to match you. By the time he matches that innovation is now obsolete because now you've rolled out another innovation. And now he's worried about the next innovation. You keep your competition always running after you instead of you running after your competition. And that's a big deal in the business world. You can burn up a lot of assets just trying to play catch up to your competitor. Instead, let's keep you ahead, and that's what EMF does, keep you ahead. Now, here's the question I get a lot. Because of my success that I've had in business and in all markets, as Joe's alluded to, money. That's what everybody comes to me for. They all come to me and say, how about some money? They hold their hand out and say, hey, how about some money? Thinking that money will solve anything. Without strategic plan, money is wasted. Many companies waste a lot of money because they didn't plan properly, because they didn't roll out to whatever innovation they were going to have, or they didn't recognize the need for skill set in their employees, and they waste a lot of money doing different things. So we know that money doesn't solve any problems, but at EMF, we actually do have a lot of resources for not only private investment